Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbi Shrah li Sadri wa Yassir li Amri. Good evening and greetings and peace, salam to all of you twin flames and twin flameses, should I say, out there. I'm referring to the divine feminines. I wish you a beautiful journey, a lot of positive energy, and I'm gonna say now to the Muslim twin flames out there, happy Ramadan. Ramadan is a holy month of Islam, the holiest month of Islam, and coincidentally, of course, not coincidentally, but on purpose, by the source, by God, by Allah, coincidentally, under quotation marks, starts exactly on the same new moon in Gemini or in Twins, which was born on the 25th, but actually Muslims are expecting the moon to be seen tonight or perhaps tomorrow, but anytime with sunset, the 26th or the 27th, Ramadan is starting. And Ramadan is not only month of fasting and special time of strengthening of the character of the patients, because by not eating food from sunrise, or basically from the break of the dawn until sunset, and abstaining from food and water, which actually I found made sense to me since I've been fasting now for years. Makes sense because if I drink water, without eating, which does happen sometimes to me, like, besides fasting, just like on a regular basis, that if I drink water and do not eat, I get hungry. Water makes me hungry. So not drinking water and not eating, um, it may sound weird to someone who's not, you know, familiar with this or has not done this type of fasting that Muslims do. But as a matter of fact, our internal organs, our digestive system, works in such a way that, on a regular basis, when we are eating and whatever our diet is, works that way that never really rests. It never stops. Like between the meals, the digestive system is working on digesting those meals, and all of these organs are included, and not only digestive organs, but then the bloodstream, and everything in our body, the whole anatomy is moved by the fuel, by the food that we consume. So basically, when we do not fast the way it's fasted, people perform fast in Islam. If we don't fast in that way, we still do not get benefits of completely giving complete rest to our entire digestive system, which is extremely beneficial. Because an engine, imagine a car or some sort of engine, any kind of engine, running constantly, non-stop. Imagine overheating. Imagine, the parts being worn and torn and whatnot. So imagine your digestive system working 24/7 between your meals, from this meal to that meal, from that snack to that glass of Coke, from that glass of water to that coffee cup, ice cream, whatever, non-stop working. So what happens in Islam, when people fast, which is called Saum in Arabic, is when they start fasting at the break of the dawn and not eat and drink until sunset, the body, day by day, and then of course they eat during the night, in the evening, and during the night they eat and drink normally. They're actually encouraged not to overeat, not to overdrink, just to act normal and, just actually enjoy themselves a little bit more, reward themselves with some special treats and stuff, but not to overeat at those breaking fast times. Anyways, when we allow ourselves those daylight hours of rest for our digestive system as days go by, which means because Ramadan is between 20 or 29 days, depending on it's on lunar calendar, of course, which is more accurate for the counting of the months. Months are moons. Basically, there's 12 moons in a year. So in these 20 or 29 days, as they go, the digestive system is adjusting to that new schedule, to that new pace, and this rest that it's given. So after a 28-day, the body is completely rejuvenated. You will notice, I've noticed Islam, people do look younger. I'm not kidding. You can actually check that as a fact. They look younger. They are more active, agile, if they, of course, follow the practice, which includes not only fasting, but there's more other practices that help that. So rejuvenation process, which is based on digestive system, rejuvenation is amazing. Of course, for people religious and spiritual points, it's also to raise awareness of hunger in the world. It's one of the ways to raise that awareness of by feeling empathy when you get hungry during the fasting, to understand how the poor and the needy in this world feel. So that's that. Mostly, basically, I would say more a social aspect of fasting in Ramadan than religious. There's religious part where you kind of sort of show God your gratitude for food that you do eat during the year, and that is given to you in abundance from the universe that we have in nature and produce and everything. So by doing this, we show, like, as if we say, what if we didn't have all this, so it's one way to show gratitude, and by actually obeying God's holy month and observing it. And then there's also aspect of spiritual strengthening, not just spiritual, but character strengthening yourself for the times in life when you have to basically wait for something. Just like we are waiting for our twin flame to awake or to come into union or to be ready for union. Knowing that it will eventually come, that it's inevitable, should make it easier. So we have to, but we are still, many of us are still impatient, even though we know it's given. We know that our twins are in the stars, written to be with us because we are twin flames. I mean, that's what it is. We come from the same source energy, and we resonate on the same frequency with the twin soul, with the mirror soul. So basically, just two parts of, like, when you split an apple in halves, right? So it's inevitable. It's given. But we still have impatience. So, for example, fasting, when you know that you shall break the fast, that you will be able to eat and drink and enjoy food and everything at sunset, day after day after day, it strengthens people in that they become better invading things. It's not patience without visible destination. It's not that you don't know if you're gonna have food or not by the end of the day. you're going to be able to stop fasting. you're going to eat as soon as the sun sets. But still, human beings are impatient by nature, so it takes practice. It's sort of like having a football practice or any kind of practice. If you do it day after day after day, after 1 month, you become really good at that. You become good at waiting for things. The fun of breaking fast in the especially community, uh, feasts called iftars is amazing way to socialize and share in to learn solidarity and sharing in times of abundance and sharing in times of not having the sources. And so we learn to like sort of sponsor each other. People when they fast and everybody, like let's say everybody fasts in the household, everybody fasts in that given community in the whole city, or like if, whoever is Muslim in a certain area, they're all fasting at the same time in the same day. It really strengthens the sense of community, the sense of sponsorship. Like if you don't eat, I don't eat, it's kind of easier when we do this together. Then also enjoy uh, eating together, and it brings people closer too. So there's many of benefits of fasting in Ramadan, but I want to also mention the very, very important part of Ramadan is belief that, which I've seen actually um, being manifested in reality, is the belief that Islam that Ramadan is a time when angels descend down on earth, which basically means in our terminology that we use in Twin Flame community is that angels come from the seven and higher dimensions, the seventh dimension, fifth, fourth, down to the third dimension, and spend this month, Ramadan, 28 days in our dimension, which means all the higher spiritual beings, higher selves, higher guides, spiritual guides, angels are down to assist us in our processes. So whether you're Muslim or not, this is divine time to ask for abundance, to ask for things, because in Islam we call it dua, D-U-A, which is the word for supplication in Arabic. And we believe that duas are being answered during the Ramadan. In other words, in Twin Flame community terminology, that would mean it's time for manifesting, guys. Like crazy. You can really manifest during Ramadan. You will notice also in physical sense, or in the feeling, that you can get in your senses. Air during Ramadan is the atmosphere in the air is much different. It's very peaceful. The clouds are moving slower. The air is more sort of set in quiet motion, and there's a peace everywhere, like just felt in the air, especially at Ramadan nights. So this is perfect timing, whether you're Muslim or not, to manifest, to ask for things that and people that you need in your life on your journey. Um, One more thing that I wanted to mention in this video is in the previous video I had some comments, amazing comments, and it of course because I've said that someone is now manifested in lieu uh, as a substituted twin, which is very, very hard to digest. I really understand that. I really agree with you that it's really hard to grasp that, or to accept that as reality. And I agree with all the comments, because most of all, I'm super happy we can all also agree to disagree, because when we do it in such a nice way as you guys did and commented without offending me, attacking me or anything, it was really done. Everybody was doing in a nice way, trying to advise me and trying to sort of put me back on track to be with my original twin. And I will talk about that more. I'm not laughing. I'm actually coughing. I have a really bad flu that actually has done some damage to my voice as well. Anyway, um, yeah, I want to thank everyone because the comments were awesome and they show so much love and care and willingness to share our experiences, and I'm so happy that we have all shown that we have grown as humans, have learned to be kind to each other, that we can not we can do things without judgment and just say our opinions and share our um, experiences on certain topics. I'm so grateful, and keep doing that. Comment on this video as well. Now, without further ado, I'm gonna tell you guys about my twin flame channeler, my twin flame substitute. I don't believe that he's any more substitute, because once the substitute is done, it's done. I mean, substitution is done. It's what it is. And for all those who have a hard time grasping that, please remember this. God, the source, the um, the all that is universe, Allah, call it as you wish, um, is beyond limits. And His manifestation is beyond limits. Anything is possible with God, which is something that Book of Matthew, Bible would say. It's all over the Quran as well, and we all know that if we truly are on this journey awakened, then we all know this is reality, that everything is truly possible. And so, why I'm saying this, why I want to clarify some things. I did not give up on my twin. I still believe that the original twin is and was original twin, but let's look at it from this perspective. If there is, let's say, for example, let me give you an example in governments of some countries where they have, kingdom. Let's say one brother decides he does not want to run as king of the country, and he abdicates the throne and gives the throne to his brother, younger brother, or cousin, or minister, and let someone else take over the crown and the duties that the crown includes. So that's from the energetic point of view, something that some of your twins, not just when they run, because running is maybe first stages of twin flame journey and second stages, even third. But when you realize, when you have enough uh, awakening on your own, and when you realize that your twin truly, you didn't give up on your twin, neither did your twin has given up on you, but your twin has given up on their own rights and duties, that include and are related to reunion itself, to the energy of reunion with you. Maybe they have acknowledged you. Maybe they know. I mean, it's not maybe, but they do know that you are their twin. Maybe they even stopped running from you. Maybe they confronted you. Maybe they told you they loved you, but they have karmic relationship they cannot get out. Whatever is stopping them, whatever is giving them the that circumstance that they cannot take over the reunion, they cannot be in reunion with you. It's their choice. So you have to give them that choice in this world, because if you do truly unconditionally love them, you have to obey to their wishes. It don't sometimes, yeah, waiting for someone to awaken. Yes, I agree with you, but sometimes they are awakened. They have made that choice to to send, transcend love They do it in the 5D. They don't do it in 3D, but their higher self finds, they find, not you, they find the substitute. They find someone, as if you find someone and say, can you please go for me to parent teacher conference? I need you to go instead of me. Or someone says someone for duty, or something, send someone else to perform their duty. Twin flame um, decides not to take over the duties and responsibilities and the benefits of the reunion, basically give the baton, energetic baton, to someone in the 5D, in their higher self. Their higher self gives to someone else's higher self. They kind of give them a baton of that twin flame reunion energy, and give all the love that they have for you, all unsaid words and everything that they ever wanted to show you, but they couldn't for some reason, for this or that reason or the other, their fears or their karmic or whatever has stopped them from being with you, telling you how much they love you, sharing your energy. Give all that condensed things, very powerful things, they give to another 5D individual. That individual, that the 5D of that individual downloads into that individual's PD body, and then many times they will come to you. You've been awakened for years, you've been waiting for your twin to awaken, and then please realize, or pay attention to the symptoms. If your twin has actually awakened, if they did, they still refuse to be in reunion with you, that means that's what they did. They didn't give up, but they've given someone else, they've given over the duties to someone else, and asked them in higher spiritual realms to take over. And so they do uh, actually love you, and they send you someone else. Your twin does that. But twin decides and picks perfect person to have that energy transcended into them. And then that person usually contacts you in some way, or pursues you, or you find them, they find you, and you immediately agree on everything. And when that happens, you don't have to no longer worry how this new body, this new twin, which contains everything that your original twin has transferred onto them, and some more. They basically, no more. You don't need to do any further work, and that happens when you have worked on yourself enough that everything is ready for union, and then your twin decides that, regardless of they even awaken, they decide that there's something stopping them, so they give it away. Just give it away. What you have to realize, if that's your case, I'm not saying that there's a lot of twins that still really need to wait for their twin to awaken, or help them by working on themselves. If you really know that you've worked on yourself, you are super ready. I'm not talking about you're impatient and you can't wait anymore. No, you really know you're at peace with everything, that all of your chakras in good order, everything's ready to go, be reunited. And then your twin has done everything they could, absolutely everything to be with you, but they can't. And then you have had telepathic contact with them, and you know that they're sending you someone else. When that someone else shows up, that is not a karmic partner you had in the past. Karmic partners mostly relate to people that you've been, or you happen to be at the time when you met your twin, when you were not awakened. That's your karmic partnership. Once you've awakened and you realize you were twin flame, and you started pursuing this twin flame journey, you were not able to fall into karmic relationships anymore. You wouldn't allow that to yourself. You were aware things were karmic, and then you were trying, you if you worked really on your twin flame journey, then you have tried to clear your karma. You tried hard to clear your karma. So it's not karmic. It's not karmic. What's happening here? It's basically something absolutely new, and it's your twin. And I have a message right now from my new, from my twin, from my old twin in the new body. And I will keep telling you about that because twin flames do stay who they are, just energy transfers. And you have to believe that. And you don't have to, but I am telling you this to help you understand that we are all one. Yes, you had your polar opposite and your twin, and you still do. But we are all one when it comes to source. We all go back to the source. We will all go back to the source. We're all interconnected. So yes, there's possibility of sharing mission, so someone else can get a mission of your twin transferred onto them. We'll talk more about that in the next video because I'm at 26 minutes. I don't want to bore you. Um, Amazing things happening with my new twin, with my old, new slash old twin flame. And my original twin flame is still actually, he lives in the same area, but I have not seen him almost in 2 years. I still hope to see him at Ramadan. He's Muslim. So is my new slash old twin flame, and so is my sacral chakra guy. So that's a benefit for me that God has provided the same energy and same resonance on 3 people. Anyway, you have to digest what you can and think about things that you can't, and give me a little bit benefit of the doubt, and think about things because I'm here to assist, not to desist. Love you guys. Happy Ramadan once again. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all.